I really like that video, you know, it's like the faces, I love it. There was a Michael Jackson video like that, black or white, and then you had all these faces. I like it. KF, right?
Yep.
He's on point. KF.
Yes.
You had a series, KFC. Kirk Franklin Kofi from
I don't know, like,
Winneba.
what do you dream about? Then when you wake up, you
like
come
patterns.
up with all these.
I like patterns. Kirk Franklin Kofi, KFC. Good morning.
I'm giving up now.
Triple T. Happy 60th birthday. It's not your age, the age of your school, in case you're wondering.
Damasco to the world, baby.
Yeah. Sing your school song. I ask you the job now. Sing your school song.
Oh.
Dare you?
I can sing it too.
Sing it now.
Which one do you want? Do you want me to sing Set in the Veil, that's on Monday?
song.
Or do you want God Save Damasco?
Sing
Anywhere
your
you pass it, I can sing it.
Song.
I've sung two.
Sing it. One line is a song.
I've sung two.
Sing
the
full thing.
This show does not belong to Damasco, so let's know.
Means,
as much as I'm going to hijack it,
which means that
I'll wait for the rest.
She doesn't know.
Look, I can sing the song from top to bottom.
Aula la.
La.
Yo, no problem.
But I can sing the song. When my Damasco people take the seat,
then you sing.
Then you see.
Because you want a backing choir so that you can sing.
No, I'm the lead singer. There will be backing vocalists. So we'll see what Damasco is up to on its 60th anniversary.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations, Osaje Folk School.
Diamond Jubilee.
FK Boy and all those people, they'll be trending today. They'll be trending.
Shout out
Good
to
morning,
you guys. Shout out to
and
you guys.
welcome to Breakfast on GTV. We are happy to have you. This show is made possible by Awake Purified Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, and very shortly, Lufat Anti-Malarial Medicine will be partnering us to bring you the health segment. We are also proudly sponsored by Cafe Days. No, don't do that. Like, we are also proudly sponsored by Airtel Tigo, which will be responsible for the yellow couch, not your look. The yellow couch segment a bit later on. But there's so many things you should expect. We'll be looking into the papers as we always do, and we will be looking into the issues surrounding the upcoming Farmers' Day celebration.
Indeed, talk about breasts, and that's at 6:30. It's a breast. It's a weaning of the breast conversation brought to you by Lufat.
It's a breast milk.
Yeah, but there's the milk
breastfeeding.
comes.
If you say breast, it's as if it's.
But that's where the milk comes from.
Yes, but it's breastfeeding. If you say breast, it's as if we're looking at the breast.
What are the children feeding on?
It's as if we're looking at let's look at the breast. No.
I want to ask you a question.
It's a conversation on how to wean your children off breast milk.
Ask your mama when she was able to wean you, or how old were you when she weaned you off breast milk?
Oh, my mom was in the country a lot, so I think about 3 months I was done.
Cool. And then you went to
my mom, she doesn't joke.
You went to Coco after 3 months.
Sharp.
I read about a boy who was still sucking his mom's boobies at 7.
No.
7, not 7 months old. 7 years.
Not my mama.
7 years. My story, what I heard, this is from my mom, and it happened to all 3 of my brothers. He said anytime she tried to take us off the breast milk, she would put some cocoa, around 9 months, put some cocoa in our mouth. We look at her, we take the cocoa.
Spit it out.
And
boy.
Next brother.
Same.
We wanted the breast milk.
Doesn't like.
We wanted the breast milk. So
but there are tips to doing this successfully. So you don't want to miss that conversation. I'm sure the tips will be, hard and fast coming.
Yes.
And you can share yours with us as well. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're also available on Twitter and Instagram. You can join all the conversations on our WhatsApp number 055-5561-034.
Indeed. And let's throw it to the warmer side of the whole set, where,
Good morning.
V for victory. V
Monday
for Valerie.
Mondays are for victories. Good morning. Good
Yes.
morning. Good morning.
V
My
for,
weekend
V for
was
vivacious.
vivacious.
V for Volta.
You are the water original.
I was.
I have given up the point. I'm just giving up on cafe entirely.
I had a very good weekend. Lots of activities. Yes.
Not a lot of sleep.
Not a lot of sleep.
Sleep is for the weekend.
There's more sleep after this.
That's
Not a lot of sleep, guys.
Good
Good morning from this side. Welcome to GTV Breakfast. We are live on all our social media handles. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We are interactive on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, we are the GBC Ghana, and on Instagram, GBC Online. And also, you can follow all our conversations and our stories on gbconline.com. This morning we are looking at what traffic looks like in different parts of the capital, Accra. We're going to the Obechebi Lamte interchange. We'll be keeping an eye from there, and so if you are an ardent user of that stretch, you might want to send us what traffic usually looks like for you and what you do when there's traffic and which alternative routes to use. Also, we'll be going to Sakaman. A few months back, Keep an Eye was at Sakaman and we want to see something. When we left, the authorities went back. We were going to take care of it and make it work, and then apparently they sort of lied to us, or why? Yeah. And so we are going to be keeping an eye from Sakaman. We are going to be going there later, looking at a particular bad road that's causing a lot of discomfort to residents, and Alan will be on that beat later. And then also in the trends this morning, we have Afrima 2021 trending. Do you know why it's trending? We'll be having conversation on mind and body fitness, giving you some tips as well, and that's what to expect from this corner. Handing over to the lady and gentleman, Captain T.
Thank you, lady. And it's not only Temasco, which is in the news. It's going to be a Farmers Day conversation. That's you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll be looking forward to some Farmers Day, which is the first Friday of December. Yes, indeed. It's a lot to look forward to. Hashtag GTV Breakfast. And our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. We're looking in a couple of minutes at the trends. Only out doomsayers got their wish. And so it's all change at Manchester United. And some people doing great stuff. Boxing, music, giving.
Like the Dugbe.
Yes, indeed. So you stay with us. You know what? Life is a gift. I'm not saying so. It's Dr. Kofi. I'll say Kusi who is declaring it. You stay. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you on the Wisdom Nugget for the day. Hey, our nugget today is a gift. Today is a special gift. You did not buy today. I did not buy today. There is no way we could have guaranteed today or guaranteed to be alive today. Today is such a precious gift. There are people who died in an accident yesterday who would have wished to be alive today. They plan to be alive today, but they are not alive. Today is a gift. It doesn't matter the mistakes you made yesterday. It doesn't matter the losses you made. Maybe your shop caught fire yesterday or some weeks ago, but today is a gift. You can start again. You can start afresh. Today can bring you every single thing you lost yesterday. If you can wake up and embrace the gift of today, go through today remembering that today is a great gift. It's a day to be celebrated. It's a day to utilize, to advance your vision, your dreams, your goals, and always, like I say, to use it as an opportunity to serve people around you, because life is all about service. Today is a great gift. Enjoy your day. Smile and embrace the gift of today. Let today be the very best day of your life. I'll see you again on the Wisdom Nugget for your day.
Thanks for staying on. You're still watching Breakfast on GTV. We'll look into what's trending across our social media portals. And the Manchester United manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, over the weekend lost his job. I am picking signals that it was an amicable split. It was a nice, pleasant divorce. I've seen portions of the interview that he granted after, emotional stuff. I mean, now that I'm sure you two would have much more to say about it than I ever could. So
I like this one.
over to you.
Yeah.
Ole out.
So the statement from Manchester United says that Ole will always be a legend at Manchester United, and it is with great regret that we have reached this difficult decision. While the past few weeks have been disappointing, they should not obscure all the work he has done over the past 3 years to rebuild the foundation for long-term success. Ole leaves with our sincerest thanks for his tireless efforts as manager and our very best wishes for the future. His place in the club's history will always be secure, not just for his story as a player, but as a great man and a manager who gave us many great moments. He will forever be welcomed back at Old Trafford as part of the Manchester United family.
That's a nice thing.
And this is how you control the narrative when something that you didn't expect happens. So quickly they do an exit interview. I heard snippets of that interview yesterday, so that you control the narrative, and then it's not ugly, because he's generally a nice guy.
He came across as very, very nice. He obviously loves the club.
Yes.
And you always want people like that in charge. I think someone said he's been the most successful manager since Alex Ferguson. That is huge.
Without winning anything.
Well, that's what the person said. If that opinion is even expressed by one person,
wow.
And there are a lot of United fans, I've read their comments on Twitter, who are supposed to say, you know what, we didn't think he was getting us where we wanted to go. We had a right or a responsibility to criticize and to point out the mistakes. And now that he's out, there should be no bad blood between the former manager and the club. So. A legend in his own right.
Come on, V. A minute's silence as we retire permanently the hashtag Ole out.
But he's now officially out.
A minute's silence.
It's for the Manchester United fans. For those of us who, okay, you do your minute silence, and let's see what the next trend coming up is. Mondays are for sports trends, as you've come to know. So they are observing their minute silence. I'm just moving on to other stuff. Isaac Dogbe made us proud as Ghanaians over the weekend when he beat Christopher Diaz in Las Vegas. And so a belt coming home to Ghana. He remained in contention for a featherweight world title shot Saturday night. The former IBF 122-pound champion outpointed Christopher Diaz and won a debatable majority decision in a class. It's the debatable part that I find interesting.
You watched the fight?
I didn't,
okay.
Unfortunately, because the weekend was quite busy for me. But it's the debatable. I wonder how a unanimous decision was it
debatable.
It's debatable. Yeah. So
he was fighting away from home, right? He was abroad.
Las Vegas. So
Royal Storm, Charlie.
The Royal Storm.
He's on point.
What's that thing he says?
Nahu.
What does that mean?
Nahu means Charlie if rise up. It's like a chogwe action. Yeah, Nahu.
Like rise.
Yeah, Nahu. The minute silence is over. We can talk boxing now. Yes.
So he won it for Ghana.
Yes.
He won it for Ghana, and we are proud.
Okay, great stuff. Let him win more. Oh, he has some red, gold, green mouth guard. Interesting. You see the branding? Ghana flag day him off inside.
Ghana, Ghana, we are going places. I
like it.
And the another Ghanaian who is also making us really proud is in the Syria. Felix Afenajan. This boy.
What did he do? Tell us what he did. He came on and scored 2 goals.
That's Mourinho's new darling.
Okay.
Jose Mourinho's new darling.
All right.
Came on for AS Roma in the 71st minute of the game.
Yes.
He scored the first goal in the 82nd minute and another at stoppage time. Literally the last strike of the game.
His goals are there. Right.
Look at this.
So this is him, right? Is he eligible to play for Ghana? That is my question.
Willie Graham and coach should come and investigate that matter for us. I don't see why he shouldn't be.
Oh, nice.
Because he showed a lot of talent. The Kenyans are claiming him, by the way.
Oh, how is that possible? He has some Kenyan blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something there. But Mourinho,
And then this is the second one coming
is a true. Oh, this is a thunderbolt. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I should wait for it. Eh?
Just wait for it.
Okay.
You see how quiet I am?
Yes, we are waiting for it. Oh, you're observing in silence now.
Nope.
Boom. That's the go. Wow. Wow. Awesome. So, and his name is Afena?
Afena Jan.
Jan. Okay.
So Felix, 18-year-old, born in 2003. Like, who else feels really old right now? 2003. 18-year-old. The reports I've read, they're saying they pulled him from secondary school, and so he's making his professional debut in football.
He was born in Sunyani.
He's already putting Ghana's name on the map.
He was born in Sunyani.
Somebody messaged me and said Messi has scored 1 league goal this season, and Afenajan has scored 2. Okay, I've heard. Okay.
International career. He received his first call-up just in November. First call-up. Just a couple of days ago.
It's only his third appearance for the senior side at AS Roma, and already he's making waves. So
okay, great stuff.
It looks like he's going places. So we might want to keep an eye on his progress. I'm sure he will win us many more bragging rights on the international front. And whether he's Kenyan or Ghanaian, like he's Ghanaian too. So let's all just get on the winning train and enjoy the talents, the pure class that Felix Afena Jan has showed us from the game with Genoa over the weekend. So last week Davido made a lot of money from his fans when he made crowdsourcing.
Yes,
and I'm sure when we had that conversation, we were like, what is he going to do with all that money?
Yeah.
And now we know the answer.
Tell us. Well, a lot of money was raised.
Yeah, a lot. And then
you were talking about it to us this morning.
He received 200 million from his funds, and then he had added his own additional 50 million, and he's going to donate it to all orphanages across Nigeria. So that's 250 million naira.
I'm doing a conversion for you right now, so that you know what it is.
200 million naira in 3 days.
Yeah. 250.
That is a lot of money. So a worthy cause, he set up a committee which will be in charge of figuring
distributing
out who deserves the money and how much will go to which organization. I mean, these are the kind of stories we like.
And he also says that he wants to do this every year, this fundraiser every year, to celebrate his birthday and to give back.
So wait for it. This is the equivalent in Ghanaian cedis. 3.7 million Ghana cedis.
That's a lot of money.
And 3.7 million. Those of you who like dollar, I think that's $607,000.
He said, though he targeted 100 million, he received over 53 million in cash transfers in less than 1 hour. 53 million in less than 1 hour. Look, it tells you that if you hone your craft nicely and people start to believe in your brand, they will support you.
But then again, I'm sure everybody who sent money knew behind, like, somewhere
that he wasn't going to keep.
He wasn't going to keep the money. He was going to use the money for something. Yeah.
Can our banker friends tell us what are the bank charges on something like this? I mean, if you receive money, does the bank charge you?
The electronic transaction tax hasn't
reached Nigeria yet.
It hasn't started even in Ghana yet. So that debate is still in Parliament. So that's what's trending for us on social media. What's trending on your side? Let us know. Send your thoughts to our WhatsApp number 055-556-1034, and we will read some of your comments out loud. Last Friday, for a chance to win a GTV branded mug, we asked a question, and it was quite a lengthy one. So 5 sisters in a room. Anne is reading a book, Margaret is cooking, Kate is playing chess, Marie is doing laundry. What is the 5th sister doing? And the answer we were looking for is that she's playing chess with Kate. The 5th sister is playing chess with Kate. So for those of you who got the answer correctly and you messaged us fastest fingers first, 3 of you won yourself some GTV branded mugs. So Dr. Lankono Quentin Aban at Teaching Hospital in the Ashanti region, you won yourself 1 mug from us. George Amusa Kwame from New Gbawi CP and Basu Ed from Begro in the eastern region, you also won yourself a GTV branded mug last Friday. So get in touch, or the team will be your husband in touch with you, and will arrange for you to pick up or to have someone pick up on your behalf. Today is Cheesy Pizza Day, so there's an opportunity for you to win a voucher to grab a delicious pizza from Cheesy Pizza for yourself. And the question of the day: what can you see in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? What can you see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? That's our cheesy quiz for today.
What can you see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? I could have won this pizza.
Been true. Every day we could. Every day we could win the ticket. Every day we could. Fastest fingers first. We are exempt.
Bring the pizza to us, man. We could win this.
Easily. Fastest fingers first. We could win this, but we can't. It's the opportunity to join the Cheesy family and win yourself some delicious pizza. Remember, this show is made possible by Awake Purified Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. Low-fat anti-malaria medicine will be bringing us a conversation on how to wean babies off breast milk. CAF will sit down for that conversation in a few minutes, and we'll be keeping an eye on locations across the capital. Today we are celebrating farmers. Next week, and we'll look at the preparations ahead of the National Farmers Day. And Masco is also 60 years old. They'll be in the studio with us. My school will be in the studio with us, so I'm not going to be biased in that conversation. Hey, so why are you...
I was just asking whether you are color blocking right now. Is it a color block?
Why is it a color block? I'm wearing two
colors.
colors.
Navy blue and some gold.
Yeah, but two outstanding colors. So you're blocking.
And you're blocking with your shoes too.
Charlie, I'm matching.
We're down.
I'm matching.
Down. Charlie, color block.
I'm matching.
Color block.
Thank you. Okay. So keep watching. We'll be right back with that sit down on weaning children, babies off breast milk. You don't want to miss the rest of the program. We'll be right back.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
And they call me UJ. When you need a shoulder to cry, run on my pumping, so we try our suicide. Let bygone be bygone. I didn't see what the bottom gonna do. We go straight to stardom. And I'm gonna take you to next level. Oh, baby, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The energy like a fool. But baby, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take you to next level. Baby, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Adonko Next Level. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The show was a jar of bar and
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat.
In Jija, malaria and kawan to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a two malaria sententem. FDA, Akasa, a Jedi in Kratoi Ajatu.
Looking to pamper yourself and family these coming holidays with leisure trip to Dubai? Well, Adansi Travels, your leading travel agency in Ghana, got you covered with their mouth-watering offers to Dubai this festive period. Join Adansi to Dubai on either 21st to 28th December or 27th December to 3rd January for an unforgettable lifetime experience. Get the chance to experience the amazing city of Dubai skyline, the dune bashing at the desert safari, the private cruise at Dubai Marina, or discover the child in you at Laguna Water Park. This package with a starting price of 9,500 Ghana cedis covers your flight, hotel, visa, tours, travel insurance, COVID test, and a day trip to Dubai Expo to celebrate with millions of people from over 190 countries. Call us on 0556 310 404 or 0595 500 817 or visit www.adansitravels.com to book your package. Adansi Travels, few lives.
I am 7 years old. Beep, beep, beep. I am 4 years old.
We are 12 years old.
It's been 1 year since I started my antiretroviral treatment.
You can live a long, productive life with antiretroviral treatment. With antiretroviral treatment, HIV-positive expectant mothers can have healthy HIV-negative babies. Go to the nearest health center, test and know your HIV status. If you are positive, ask about antiretroviral treatment and you will receive help. Antiretroviral treatment is your only option for a long and fulfilling life.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Health Service.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the show. Hashtag GTV Breakfast 25th of, is that 25th? No, 22nd. Hey, Charlie, I want Christmas to come, so I'm saying 25th. 22nd of November, 2021. And it's so good to have you here. Still to look forward to on the show, conversations on Tema Senior High School celebrating 60 years, the launch of the 37th National Farmers Day on this show. We're looking at some interesting exercise gizmos with Valerie on mind and body fitness tips with Crystal Joy Williams. I believe she was here before. She taught me how to stretch all over the place. And she'll be coming again with some more tips on that. I was in the Volta region this weekend on two trips. So the visit Volta to go and hang around with snakes and things at Ho Stadium. And then I was at Fuveme, where the tidal waves have caused a lot of destruction. How far inland did the sea really get to destroy the buildings? I did some measurements, and you'll be shocked at what that number is. That's still to come in the next hour. But for now, we're going to talk about milk and breasts on the Lufa conversation coming up. Let's stay with us.
The show was a jar of bar and dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Woman malaria and kawan to them. Lufat. Malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat. It malaria sententem. FDA. Ashesa ejede inkratoi ajatum.
Every weekday at this time, we talk health, brought to you by Lufat tablet and suspension. It's an anti-malarial medicine which is good for dealing with malaria, taken after a fatty meal for 3 days for effective results. It's a brand of anti-malarial you can trust from the market leaders, Tobinco, who won Product of the Year at the Ghana Farmer Awards 2021 with this particular product, Lufat tablet and suspension. So let's talk about breast milk. It's supposed to be the best form of nutrition for every baby, but how do you get babies off? I mean, they say too much of a good thing can be bad for you. How do you get the baby to stop drinking breast milk and start dealing with cocoa and kacha and cochlear and all those things that Ghanaian babies tend to eat when they are no longer able to go near the breasts? We have CEO of Baby, Child and Co. and pediatrician at the Konewu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Seiram Wadri. Morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. So, first of all, before we even talk about weaning the baby off breast milk, what exactly is breast milk made of?
Breast milk is a balanced meal. It has everything that a baby needs from birth until the baby is 6 months old. The greater composition is water. So more than 90% of breast milk is water. And then you have your carbohydrates, you have proteins. You have a lot of proteins in it because there are lots of antibodies, immunoglobulins. Those ones fight infection and prevent you from getting diseases. And then we have some fats that we haven't been able to manufacture elsewhere. We have some fats for brain growth, for eye development. So it has everything that you find in a balanced meal.
Okay.
That's what it contains.
All right. So what is 90% of it?
More than, actually. So a bit more than 90%.
So do you advise mommies to be drinking a lot of water to
Yes, when you are breastfeeding, you need to drink a lot of water. Sometimes you are breastfeeding, you mistake dehydration to mean that you are hungry and then you tend to eat, but you should drink water. Once you are breastfeeding, you should drink water. A lot of us don't drink enough water anyway, so when you are breastfeeding, you should take advantage of that to drink a lot more water.
When do the breasts start producing breast milk?
It depends for many women or different women. Some women start producing breast milk in small amounts. That one is called colostrum from late pregnancy. But a lot more people will produce breast milk once they have had their babies.
Okay, awesome. It sounds like a good thing for babies. Why do you want to get the babies off such a good thing? Why do you want to wean them?
You want to wean them because from birth until they are 6 months old, that is when breast milk has everything that they need. But once they are above 6 months old, they need a little bit more. They still get a significant amount of their nutrition from breast milk until they are 1 year old. But once they are 6 months old, you should start introducing other things because at that time, they need a bit more than breast milk alone can provide.
Okay. Well, why is 6 months such a magic number?
It's a magic number because at that time, the energy requirements have changed, the protein requirements have changed. And also there are certain things that, though we say that the breast milk is best, there are certain things that babies come into the world with a store with. So it's stored in them. And then by 6 months, those things are getting lower. And you need to replace it from other sources other than breast milk. And then again, at 6 months is when the baby is ready to accept other foods. Most babies at 6 months are able to sit. So if you put them in a high back chair and you want to feed, then they are able to sit. Then their intestines still not as developed as, say, when a baby is 1.5, but is developed enough to begin to digest other things. Before 6 months, their intestines are made solely to digest breast milk. They are not able to digest all the other things that we give them before they are 6 months old. Actually, we are just bothering ourselves. But from 6 months old, their intestines are able to digest. And then again, at that time, you find that the baby is intellectually ready for other things. At that time, when you are eating, you see that the baby is interested. You know, they are interested, they show interest. Before that, they are not. When you even give them food, spitting up is high among them because they don't really want it. But at that time, their brain is ready, their motor abilities to sit up, hold their head, all those things are ready, their intestines are better developed. Yeah.
I know some mothers who got their children off breast milk at the age of 3 months. Is that a good idea?
It's not a good idea, but when you take your baby off breast milk, it's a decision for only you and your baby. You know, we say breast is best, but again, we don't want the baby to starve. So if at 3 months you find that it is absolutely not possible for you to give breast milk, then you will find the next best thing, which is not cocoa, but then that will be formula. But the best for your baby is to be on only breast milk until the baby is 6 months old.
Okay, so now my mom tells me that long after 9 or months, 10 months, she tried to give me breast milk. She tried to give me food, and I just spat it out. I wanted the breast milk. What was going on there? Why would the baby still want to have breast milk even though the mother is trying to get the baby off?
That's to be expected because breast is nice, you know. So babies, especially those who have been exclusively breastfed, when they really get used to the breast milk, then when you're trying to wean them off, you expect some difficulties in quotes, because it's not really a difficulty, because at that time really the baby is still getting a lot more from breast milk than the baby gets from other foods. It's got to do with how well developed the intestines are and all that. So they still need breast milk for many things, just not all. And with everything, you know, babies learn, but they learn gradually. With everything, for you to develop a skill, you don't just get up one day and you have that skill. You are trained, you learn, so it takes a lot of patience. So at 9 months, if your baby is looking more to have breast milk than other foods, it's just because the baby is not learning. And then you probably, the parents, you are probably also learning how to feed the baby as well, because babies are different. There are some that everything ready, they do it fast, but then there are some that are slow and you need to be patient with them. And so it's about learning.
A couple of years ago, there was a story of a 7-year-old who was still being breastfed. Now, have you come across such cases in Ghana where kids are, I mean, this is a class 1 boy still taking breast milk? Have you ever come across that before?
No, I haven't. But then I've read, I know of 1 or 2 celebrities who have done extended breastfeeding. So actually the recommendation is that you do exclusive breastfeeding until your baby is 6 months old, but then you do continued breastfeeding until at least 2 years old. You see, so it's at least 2 years old. So you can go beyond 2 years old. It's a decision for you and your baby to make, not anyone else. But of course, the older the baby
it's like a little snack or something. You'll be eating your cocoa, but once in a while, come for a treat. Come to mommy.
We know that culturally, some of these things may not be acceptable. Once the child is growing, reaches a certain stage, then you're going to be thinking about other things. So the cultural context also comes into play. But the recommendation is that you do continued breastfeeding until at least your baby is 2 years old. So it means that when your baby is 2 years old, or even 2.5, 3, and you still want to breastfeed, it's allowed.
But 7 years is too much.
I haven't said. I just said that culturally.
I mean, is it too much? 7-year-old. I mean, mommy came to your clinic.
There's no cutoff.
My class 1 boy is still drinking.
At 7 years, the baby is not going to be getting any nutrition from breast milk. So it's more of I don't know, a bonding activity, a baby relaxation, something. But at 7 months, the baby is not going to be getting, or the child at that time is not going to be getting.
Babies are chilling. I mean, at 7, you are just drinking milk for relaxation. Okay, so back in the days, people could breastfeed for a whole year or 2 even, exclusively. Was that good?
I don't know about this because what I think is that our breastfeeding rates were higher in the past, but not necessarily our exclusive breastfeeding rates. Because in the past, women tended to add on other things. Though they breastfed, they tended to add on other things very quickly. So I don't really know about that. So I know that a few years back, our exclusive breastfeeding rates were higher. Now it's not. It's in the around 45%.
What do you think is going on? What is accounting for the drop?
I think that's our work spaces are responsible for some of it, because as more women go into the workspace, it becomes very difficult to do exclusive breastfeeding. I mean, I don't know about GBC, but can women bring their babies here and breastfeed? And where I work too, you can't do that. So it becomes a problem. And then when you start going to work, it's not every woman who is able to express enough to live for the baby and all that. So those things come into play. And then again, we are beginning to see replacement feeding as fashionable because we have more money at our disposal and then we can buy, and we think that it's more fashionable to give formula, and which really is not the way to go about it, or to think about it, because formula is only nutrition, and even that one, it closely resembles breast milk, but it is not breast milk. There are certain things you will find only in breast milk, you won't find in formula. And then breast milk is nutrition and it's protection for your baby as well, from diseases, from allergies, brain development, and those things formula cannot do for you.
Okay.
So there are many factors responsible for it, but it's a worrying trend. Those who are in that space are very worried that we are not doing exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay. In case you joined us, we're looking at weaning tips for breastfeeding moms. My guest is Dr. Sarah Mwodri. She's a pediatrician at Kolebu Teaching Hospital and CEO of Baby Child & Co. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. If you have any questions on weaning, breastfeeding, breast milk, send us those questions now. This is a free consultation, okay, on national television. 055-556-1034. 055-556-1034. Any tips you can give moms who want to make that transition from breastfeeding to weaning, getting the child off, and introducing some new chew into the baby system?
You need to be patient, especially if you have done exclusive breastfeeding. Your baby is used to breast milk. So like I said, it's a new skill that the baby will learn. So you need to be patient. You don't expect that they will take everything you are offering in a day. And then you start gradually. So the baby is not going to take a cup or even half a cup. The baby may just accept a teaspoon, but that is enough. The next day, then you work on it. And when you are starting as well, start with one food. We know that some babies have allergies. So sometimes we start weaning and then we are using weaning mix that has like 10 ingredients. When that happens, when there's a problem, you will not know the culprits. If you have maize, then you have rice, then you have this and you have that. When there's a problem, you don't know which of the many ingredients is causing the problem. So when you're starting, you start with one food.
So maybe maize.
Whatever you
whatever,
choose.
just
yes,
one.
Yes,
so you
yes.
can identify
so yes,
allergies.
If there's a problem, you can identify, and then as the baby accepts it, and then time goes on, then you can build onto it. And you introduce a food to a baby, and the baby doesn't take. It doesn't mean that that baby is not going to take that food all the 1 year, 2 years. So what you need to do is that you need to be patient. You introduce one food many times before you decide that, even up to 10 times before you decide that your baby does not like it and your baby is not going to accept it. So we still have significant proportion of our children who are stunted. That's a result of chronic malnutrition. And weaning is a period where some of these things can start because what do you give to your baby? If it is not providing everything that a baby needs, then that baby is not going to grow well. So you start with one food, you start gradually, but as the days go by, you begin to think about balancing. Or even in a day, you begin to think about balancing. So if in the morning you give something that is mainly carbohydrates, in the afternoon you see whether you can give something that has a lot more protein, in the evening you try and see whether you can introduce more fruits and vegetables, so that over maybe a day or 2 to 3 days, you are sure that the baby has got food from all the various food groups. Yes, if you don't do that, then they may have malnutrition. Sometimes they are malnourished, but we don't see it because they are big, they are fat. But we also have micronutrient deficiencies, you know, fruits, vegetables, those sort of things. So a variety, gradually, and then you need to be patient. So again, it comes to those of us who work. You're in a hurry to go to work, and then you give your baby something and the baby is not accepting, and then you just give up. But when you are weaning your baby, you need to have a lot of patience, because and sometimes too, the babies, they see the food as fun. They want to play with it. They'll play before they take one spoon, you know. And if you don't have the time to entertain them to have that play, then it's going to be difficult. When you are weaning and you are not patient, you can actually introduce some problems into the relationship between the child and food. Okay, let's say you are a mother who is in a hurry, and once you bring the food, you are going to be upset with your baby, you are going to be shouting and all those things. It puts the babies in sort of like a war mode. As soon as they see the food, then they are very, very anxious. So that is not healthy as well. So you need to be patient so that the baby can develop a very good relationship with food as well.
Okay.
So patience, lots of time, and you need to sometimes we give foods to babies and the taste is horrible. But because we want it to be balanced,
baby or the mother?
Everybody. You know, we sometimes think that they don't taste, but babies, they have preferences. They have preference. You have babies who like sweet things. They have babies that like soft things. You have babies that like hard things. So they have preferences. You need to pay attention to their preferences. Sometimes the food is so horrible and it looks horrible and we want them to eat because it's a balanced food. So you need to pay attention to that. How are you presenting it? Bright plates, bright cutlery, the atmosphere should be relaxed. So these are all things that we can take into consideration when we begin to wean our babies. But like I said, at 6 months, the baby is still getting a lot from breast milk. So it's not like at 6 months you stop breastfeeding and then the baby must eat cocoa, must eat banku, must eat all those sort of things.
By fire, by thunder. Let's go to the food groups again. So you're talking about carbohydrates, you're talking about protein, and then fruits and vegetables. Give us a couple of examples of carbohydrate type foods that you would want to introduce a baby to.
When it comes to the carbohydrates, we all do very well. We are starting with corn porridge. So a lot of babies will take corn porridge. A lot of babies will also take mashed pottage, yam pottage. They will take that, and even the cocoa, there are varieties. People like, yes, house cocoa, and then later on when you decide that your baby can take mixtures, then the Tom Brown, because those ones, they are made of maize, people use rice, and then so when it comes to the carbohydrates, we do very well. And soft banku, a lot of babies like soft banku, especially with okra soup, because it's very easy to swallow.
Soft, you're giving a 6-month-old baby
yes,
soft banku?
You may. Once you give and your baby likes it, once it's soft enough to swallow, yeah, you may.
I never heard this one.
Oh.
Wow.
In some places, that's their first winning food.
Banku first food?
Yes, once it is soft enough. Once it's soft enough that the baby can swallow, especially when you add on okra soup, then yes.
It goes well.
Yes. And then when we come to the proteins, yes. When we come to the proteins, at 6 months, a lot of babies do not have teeth, or if they have teeth, they have just one and then they can't chew well. So when it comes to the proteins, what you need to do is to present it in a form that the baby can take.
What kind of protein?
So, you can give fish, but that baby is not going to be able to chew. So the fish must come in a form that, so for instance, we do a lot of ajado. You pound it. That is the dried, smoked small fish. You pound it, then it's powder. So you mix it with whatever food you are giving. You can actually mix it with your cocoa, or you can put it in soup for the baby. If you've made
like a fish powder.
Yes. Yes, and even your tuna, those ones, you can mash them or blend them and mix with whatever it is you are giving to the baby. You can blend chicken for the baby. You can blend beef, whatever meat that you
blended beef.
Yes, you can blend it because you want to give it to them, but you want to give it in a form that they will accept. Since
the babies are chilling, blended chicken, blended beef.
It's good to be a baby. So you can do that. Egg. People add egg even to the cocoa. So when you make the cocoa, then you stand it down, you let it cool, you beat your egg, you mix it off the fire, you bring it to the fire, and then you cook it again. So you can mix egg with your cocoa. You can boil the egg and mix it with whatever. If you are giving maybe very soft rice, you can mix it with it. So you can give eggs as well to your baby. Now when it comes to the oils, you can give whatever you are giving. Again, if it is Tom Brown, sometimes you can introduce things like groundnuts into the Tom Brown or groundnut paste. Groundnut paste will give you oils, it will give you some proteins as well. So you can mix the baby's cocoa with groundnut paste. You know, the thing is that some of the mixtures are not acceptable to the babies or the child. So it depends on your particular child. If you have a child who likes groundnut paste, yes, then you can go ahead. But if you do it and your child doesn't like it, do something else. Later on, you try it.
All right.
Then, yeah.
How about fruits and vegetables?
Yes, fruits and vegetables. Babies like banana. So some people can actually mash the banana, mix it with some milk, and give to the baby.
Wow.
Yes, I have I had this baby who liked blended apples. I did it once and the baby liked it, and then he said yes, so you can do that as well. And then mango is when it's very soft and when it's in season. You know, when it comes to fruits and vegetables, the thing is that you don't need to go exotic, and because these things are seasonal, so whatever is in season, then you can just put it in a form that the baby will accept. For instance, you don't expect your baby to be eating chunks of mango, you know, so it's soft, you blend it, you put it in a form that the baby can accept. If it's watermelon season, then you can look at that. If it's mango season, but you don't need to go and buy maybe apple, or you're always buying carrots. No, whatever is seasonal. We have a lot of vegetables in our environment. Yeah, we have okra, we have kontomire, we have boko boko, you know, all those sort of things can be used to, you don't know.
No, I heard it in a song. Boko boko, boko boko. I didn't know it was a vegetable.
I see. Ama,
Messi. These babies are eating better than us, man. These babies are mashing eggs and putting it into cocoa and things. They're eating very well. Couple of questions before we wrap it up. 05556-1034. This is breakfast for babies. Get your baby to watch the show, okay? Right now. Put the baby in front of the show to watch. We're teaching them good diet. Good morning, Kath. I want to ask, what if the baby rejects the breast milk from day one? And what causes that? Rejoice. Watching us on Fenya Mataeko. That was me. So, no, that wasn't me. I like the breast milk. If the baby rejects the breast milk, what happens from day one?
So sometimes when a parent says that the baby has rejected the breast milk, you really need to go into it and understand what day one means. Yes, because most babies, when they are given breast milk, will accept it. The problem happens when usually the mother has this feeling that they're not producing breast milk right from the start, and then they give other things to the baby before they present the breast milk. For instance, if you take formula is sweeter than breast milk. So there are some babies that when you give them formula for a day or two, and then you now give breast milk, they won't take. And also, sucking breast milk is hard work. It's easier for them to take formula. So this is something
that the baby or
yes, it is hard work for the baby. I mean both, but it's hard work for the baby. Yeah. So if you give something to me that is sweeter and I don't suffer before I get it into my mouth, and then you now come and give something that is less sweet, and I have to. So you really need to try and understand what they mean by day one, because if the baby has not been exposed to anything else, I don't see them rejecting breast milk.
Awesome. More comments. This is from Mercy Asiedua, and she's talking about working women are mostly unable to exclusively breastfeed because after 3 months you're supposed to have to go back to work. We were excited when the First Lady spoke about extending the maternity leave to 6 months. We don't know what actually happened to that. Nurses who are promoters of exclusive breastfeeding themselves have a challenge with it. Our leaders and women in positions should help. The importance of exclusive breastfeeding is really, really crucial. Thank you for that. More comments 055561034 before we wrap it up. In the north, people start giving their babies tememe. I'm sure it's some kind of. Let me know what tememe is. I don't know what you know what tememe is.
Never heard it.
Please let us know what tememe is. Kafu didn't stay in the village. No, I didn't grow up in the village. I'm like a homeboy, kind of a city boy. Lawrence inside Taifa. It says, Mr. Kafu wishes to become a baby again so that I can enjoy. You're damn right. By the way, thanks for your good work. God bless you, Lawrence inside Taifa. Couple of quick questions to go. So, how can mothers care for their breasts when weaning starts? Is there any special breast boob tips you can give mummies?
It shouldn't be much of a difference between how you were caring for your baby, your breast earlier, when you were doing exclusive breastfeeding, and then when you begin to wean the baby. The only difference is that if your body is used to producing a particular amount of breast milk, and then drastically you don't make the baby take away that breast milk, you can get engorged breast. So if every day your baby was taking in total maybe X liters of breast milk, and then you reduce it to say X -5, then you are going to get engorged breast, and that can be really painful.
Full and painful.
Yes, very full, very painful. It can get infected actually if you don't do anything about the engorgement for a long time. Yes, so you know, we talk about starting work. It wouldn't be a good idea to make this transition very sharp. So it needs to be gradual. If not, you are going to end up with engorgement. But even so, if you are unable to feed the baby and you are producing still a lot more breast milk, you can express the milk. If you don't have a baby to take it, yes, keep it somewhere. Or you can even throw it away if you are just thinking about it. But yes, it is. But with time, when you reduce it gradually, then it doesn't get painful. But when you stop all at once, then you're going to have those problems.
Last, we don't have much time. Mothers who prefer to buy cooked food from outside the home to feed their babies. What's your view on that?
It's a problem because the hygiene of the food is very important, and then the ingredients. There are certain things that we don't want to expose our babies to very much. We don't want them to take a lot of preservatives, and we don't want them to take things like monosodium glutamate, all those things. So when you cook at home, then you know what is inside it, and the hygiene, of course,
really important.
Yeah.
Last one. Mothers who put bitter stuff on their nipples to prevent the children from.
No, don't do it. It's very traumatic to the babies. Don't do it. There's a way to make your baby or stop giving breast milk to your baby, but don't put bitter.
You've had mothers coming saying that they've been doing that.
Yes, a lot of mothers do.
What do they put on their nipples?
People put. I don't know how castor is called in English. Do you know what it is? It's some very bitter. It's like it tastes like chloroquine. They put it on your breast, but don't do it. It's a very bad practice.
And then they introduce their nipples to the baby and say,
yes, and then, of course, it's bitter. Then the baby doesn't. But it's so traumatic to the babies. If you want to. It must be gradual. You can reduce it by 1 feed per day. 1 feed per day. Every week you are reducing the amount of breast milk.
Please don't terrorize the baby. Sucking is already hard work. And then you go and put something bitter on the nipples and traumatize this poor baby for life. Thank you so much. I have not been traumatized. I've been very much educated by these breast weaning tips. This has been our health segment brought to you by Lufat Anti-Malarial. My guest, Dr. Seiram Wardui. She is the CEO of Baby Child & Co. on Facebook and on Instagram, and she's a pediatrician at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Akbanao.
Nice day.
Thank you very much. Nice day. Was she complimenting me or was she just telling me a good day? Today I feel very naughty. And one person who is not that naughty, not as naughty as me, but very much on point, is coming up to tell us what's happening as far as I think rush hour is concerned. And it's a conversation on Fuveme. I went to check out tidal wave destruction. In the next hour, you see my little report from that part of the Volta region. But for now, let's go to V for Valerie. V for Valerie.
Thank you, sir. Well, this morning I am not going to the Volta region. I'm going to the Obechebi-Lamte interchange. You do remember that towards the end of August, the Minister for Roads and Highways expressed some disappointment over the slow pace of work at the interchange. This morning, my guy Alan is already on standby, and he'll tell us what to expect and what's happening. Good morning, Alan. What can you report? What's happening and where are you?
Hi, good morning, Valerie. Welcome to very bright, sunny Monday morning in November. And program is Rush Hour on #GTV Breakfast. It's rather a very interesting Monday morning, given that we're talking breast milk and breastfeeding, even weaning babies off their most favorite meal, which is breast milk. It helps them grow well. But hey, we're rushing hour in traffic. So welcome to part of the Obechebi-Lamte Circle interchange, where construction work is in full force. Although there were complaints of it having slowed down, it's indeed working as usual. And so to bring you up to speed on traffic updates around the Obechebi-Lamte Circle area, you will find from behind me, the shot behind me shows a rather very good moving traffic, not as slow as you'll imagine, given that there's some construction works going on. It does not impede the flow of traffic. What the contractors have done so very well, however, is the fact that they have clearly marked pedestrian walk on the sides of the road, and in the middle embankment they have put bollards to prevent commuters from running into the construction area to perhaps injure their staff or anything. But yeah, traffic towards the interchange and beyond that would be heading towards Circle from Kolebu and parts of the arena area is rather very okay. It is moving very cool and no slow moving traffic whatsoever on a Monday morning, if you ask me. It indeed is moving really very relatively cool, and so commuters are traveling from Kolebu, parts of Mamprobi, even beyond that, and then making their way towards the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, in which case they would have to use the Obechebi-Lamte interchange, would have no cause to worry or rush it. Indeed, traffic flow is really very okay. There isn't much to worry about if you're traveling towards that side of town. If my camera will pan towards the right, in which case we'll have the diversion from Old Mosque in the general direction of parts of Accra Central, in which case we're going towards Arena as well, you will have a very free-flowing traffic in both ways, going and coming. However, commuters approaching the junction at the Central Mosque, Old Central Mosque, would have to exercise a little caution. Because of the diversions, they may have to wait for those coming in from Kolebu to make their way to the other side of the bollards before they can make their way through. And now let's go back to take Kolebu in focus. And what you have is traffic smooth flowing coming in from Kolebu, parts of Abosokai, parts of the old Gaskia area, and then you have Ayigbe town in short, and then you move over to the Mortuary Road area, in which case you're going towards Kolebu itself. Traffic isn't as bad as you'll imagine, especially on a Monday morning. And so again, commuters who are making their way towards this end would have no cause to rush it at all. It's a Monday morning, we understand, but traffic around this area isn't as bad. One thing I must mention, for traffic flowing in from the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, making its way towards us, commuters have a clearly marked diversion right from the Obechebi-Lamte circle, and then they keep to the right, and so there is no as it were, or as if you may, there is no head-on facing one another as you move towards the Kolebu end. What you have is the road clearly marked or divided into two to allow traffic flowing in and out of this area, and so that commuters have a free moving. There is so much human activity, and I must also mention that on the junction you have two major activities: the activities of burgers and also Okada, who have turned the junction into a kind of stop where they pick up and also take passengers from here, the Okada usual passengers. That's the situation at the at the Obechebi-Lamte interchange construction stretch towards the Abosokai end of town. It's still rush hour on #GTV Breakfast. Back to you in the studio, Valerie.
Yes, thank you, Alan. That was Alan who came to us with traffic reports from the Obechebi-Lamte interchange, and the show is made possible by Awake Purified Water, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, Shield Acrylic Paint, Lufat, Cheesy Pizza, and Airtel Tigo, responsible for the lifestyle segment. Still to come, we're expecting conversations around the 37th National Farmers' Day celebrations and a conversation on the 60th anniversary of Temasco. Also, CAF is already sitting down to discuss the headlines and discuss what's happening in the newspapers, online portals, and what's trending and what happened across the weekend. The hashtag to follow is GTV Breakfast. We'll take a quick break.
Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show.
And they call me UJ. When you need a shoulder to cry, run on my pumpy, so we try our suicide. Let bygone be bygone. I didn't see what I gonna do, we go straight to stardom. I'm gonna take you to next level. Oh, baby, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The energy next level. But baby, oh yeah, yeah. I'll take you to next level. Oh, baby, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't go that level. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Oh, today he has been extra sweet, and the way he looks at me.
I've done everything by the book. It's on. Hey, but I have to get some condoms, Charlie.
Using a condom will protect you and your partner from HIV, STIs, and unplanned pregnancy. Condoms are an effective way for protection against HIV infection. Don't take risks. Use a condom every time. Always come prepared.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Health Service.
Looking to pamper yourself and family these coming holidays with leisure trip to Dubai? Well, Untitled Travels, your leading travel agency in Ghana, got you covered with your mouth-watering offers to Dubai this festive period. Join Untitled to Dubai on either 21st to 28th December or 27th December to 3rd January for an unforgettable lifetime experience. Get the chance to experience the amazing city of Dubai skyline, the dune bashing at the desert safari, the private cruise at Dubai Marina, or discover the child in you at Laguna Water Park. This package with a starting price of 9,500 Ghana cedis covers your flight, hotel, visa, tours, travel insurance, COVID test, and a day trip to Dubai Expo to celebrate with millions of people from over 190 countries. Call us on 0556 310 404 or 0595 500 817 or visit www.adancitravels.com to book your package. Adansi Travels, fuel life's beauty.
I swore an oath on 7th January to be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana. And that is exactly what I'm doing in the fight against Galamsey.
Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, 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 Galamsey, Este Ghana. Ghana, my Emrina Suo. Galamsey, SSA, Jayo, my Kambum, Naya, mine is a say a shaya. Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, 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 Galamsey, Este Ghana. Galamsey, yes, you are sayo. Galamsey and forest I say, Galamsey in Kofoewu, say a bunch of wow, bedem. Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, yenja, Galamsey. Yenja, yenja. Yenja, my Ghana, yes, a man in sale. Yeah, man, yes, man, in sale. Galamsey, master, Galamsey, master, Galamsey, master, Galamsey, master.
Okay, hashtag GTV Breakfast. A couple of quick messages before we go into our headlines. 055-556-1034. Tememe is roasted yam. I should know this. Yam, meme, roasted. Thank you so much for that. And this is from Nyatafe Dovia, watching us from Dansuman Beach. He says the doctor is too much. Thank you very much. I agree as well. And finally, quick reminder that there are conversations on passage of directives